Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and this reading is for the energy of Sagittarius. So I'm starting a new series and I have been MIA for a while. Totally my bad. I'm sorry about that. I did a little tarot chat kind of explaining what's going on. Nothing major, just, life. So unfortunately, I was not able to do a lot of the things that I like to do. So, but here I am now, and we are ready to get started with a new series. And Sagittarius, you are kicking us off. So for this series, I am using the Ehrenberg Tarot. I'm using the original tarot by DeBry, which is just the RWS deck by Pamela Smith, and then we have the Primordial Tarot by Sergio Topi. But I'm using this more like an oracle deck as opposed to a tarot deck. The meanings of these cards are a little bit different, hence why I have the guidebook here. So actually they're a lot different. So we will draw a card at the end of the reading, and we'll go ahead and get started. So this Ehrenberg Tarot is pretty cool, and if you have some time, I think it would be fun for you to look at the flip through of this. The artwork on this is pretty cool. So as I said at the beginning of the reading, this is for the energy of Sagittarius, and I say that because we all have Sagittarius in our charts by way of the house system. So you may not have a planet in Sagittarius, or a sun, moon, or a rising or descendant, but you definitely have a house in the sign of Sagittarius. And so what that means to me is that we all have the ability to call on the energy of Sagittarius and use it when we need to. And it might be a little bit easier for some of y'all to do that, and you might be able to do a lot faster than others. But as with anything, it takes practice and patience and perseverance to attain, to get anything. So all right, that's what I have to say about that. So with that, without further ado, we will get started with you, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on with you. So 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Then we've got the 10 of Cups upright and the Ace of Swords. Oh, cool. Okay. Let me see. The lighting is a bit dark in here on the table. Maybe it might be better when I flip the camera. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I think that helped a little bit. All right. So 4 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Cups upright, and the Ace of Swords. I really think it's cool how this Ace of Swords, the hand is almost invisible. That way we can see the hilt in this picture. I think that's pretty cool. So we've got water, 2 waters, and some air for you, Sagittarius. So this is looking like a very positive reading. We have the 4 of Cups, which is that complacency card in reverse. And so this can either mean that this is, you're either leaving this energy or this energy is slowly starting to creep in. But the good thing is here is that we have this 10 of Cups, which is telling me that this might be a driver to help you attain this 10 of Cups energy. I love that we have this little baby hand here holding on to the thumb of the parent. I loved it when my kids did that when they were younger. Babies are just so precious, and that is just, I have small hands in the first place, but then to have just a tiny being, my being at that, just hold on to my thumb, I just love that. And so this is the energy of family, of that happiness, that completion, and so I'm feeling that this driver, this is this complacency, non-complacency, it is helping you attain this. And we do have this Ace of Swords, so I do feel like this Ace of Swords is you're thinking of ways to get there, or if you're already there, I think you might even be thinking of ways to kind of keep it happy. That these ideas are coming to you. They're making themselves known to you so that you are able to either keep this up or bring yourself into this energy. We're going to pull 9 more cards to really dive into this message and hone in on what this message is saying. But overall, I think this is it's looking like a great reading. And if for any reason this reading is not resonating with you, Sagittarius, try looking at my other videos and seeing if there is a title that catches your eye. You might need to use a little intuition to try to guide you. And of course, you can always check your other placements. Don't forget your sidereal placements as well, okay? I do have links at the bottom of the description box. And if you want to look at your sidereal chart, Mastering the Zodiac has a good one, a nice and free one. And then I use Astro Theme for my tropical. It defaults to tropical. All right, Sag, let's see what's going on. So we've got the 7 of Swords, air, the 9 of Swords in reverse, more air, Page of Swords, Earth of air, then we've got the 6 of Swords, Death, Queen of Wands in reverse, the Lovers, 5 of Wands in reverse, and the Star in reverse. Okay, all right, I'm going to switch this around for you. And I'm going to have to move some things, just make slight adjustments here, just to get everything into frame. So first reading of the series, first reading of the day. Just got to make a little bit of adjustments. It's always kind of it's like that with the first, right? My first child, you know, was kind of an experiment to say the least, right? And so you kind of learn from your mistakes from that poor first child. But the human spirit is resilient. Remember that, okay? And one thing I will share that my stepmother told me with my first child is babies bounce. And oh my gosh, I think I was afraid that Zachary was going to fall off the bed or something like that, and she told me babies bounce, and I just gave her this look of just disdain, like I cannot believe she just said that. But as I've gotten older, had 3 more kids, you know, that's a great kind of sums everything up. They do, you know, in more ways than one. Okay. So right away, as I was pulling out these cards, I noticed that there was lots of air energy here focused around these 2 water. We do have this Ace of Swords up here as well, and I feel like this is connected. We have 3 major arcana. We've got Death, the Lovers, and the Star in reverse. We also have 2 court cards, the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Page of Swords. So queens are all water, and this queen is in the suit of fire, so she is water of fire. Take a quick drink here. And all right. So with this 4 of Cups in reverse, I get the feeling like maybe there was a bit of deceit that kind of happened, that was maybe a catalyst there, and it doesn't look like it was deceitful, like it was intentional. I feel like there was definite remorse for what happened, and I do feel like the situation that is bringing you towards this 10 of Cups energy, I feel like it was something that was necessary to help bring this connection into what it is now, into this strong connection. The Lover's card is a card about connection, and it can be a connection between, you know, man, woman, a friendship, excuse me, and but it would nonetheless, it's a connection that is reciprocated by both parties. And so what I'm seeing here is there was some kind of wrongdoing. However, it did create a situation in which either you or the other party was definitely upset by it. But this energy is leaving, and this energy, this situation really brought the relationship to a new level. And so maybe in the beginning there was a bit of complacency, there was there was maybe a feeling that one party didn't care about the other party, and you know, whatever the driver was, it created a sort of a conflict which brought about some kind of secrecy or a deceit. But this was needed so that attention would be called to what was going on, and it made the relationship a lot stronger. There were definite trial and tribulations, but there was a learning from this. As we're seeing from this Page of Swords, there was a deep understanding and learning of what brought this situation on. And I feel with this Six of Swords energy here and this Five of Wands being in reverse, there was a time when it felt like it wasn't going to work out, that there was too much of this situation had happened, but I see that the relationship is moving to calmer waters. The relationship is starting to become this happiness, this full happiness that is desired. And with that, this death has definitely, you know, it has brought change. It has brought change in the way that these two parties are thinking, the way that these two parties are communicating. I do see with this Queen of Wands in reverse and the Star in reverse, I'm getting the feeling that there needs to be more communication. There needs to be a differing, the way that this was handled, and it brought the situation a lot into a stronger state of being. Death is telling us that there has been a shift, there has been a change, but there needs to be a shift and a change in communication. And what I'm seeing right now is there just isn't enough of the emotional, acting on your emotions. There isn't enough of empathy. There isn't enough of, okay, I'm feeling this way. I need to, first of all, communicate that with you, but then acting on that. It's almost like you're afraid, or one of the parties is afraid to kind of put themselves out there. Though the relationship is a lot stronger and it is moving forward, you guys have decided to kind of put this behind you and go into this happy ideal that you have set for yourself. There still is a bit of holding back here. You're not quite at the point where you're completely vulnerable with one another, and you're not quite at the point where you are where you really want to be. And so with death, I'm seeing that there just needs to be a little bit more effort, some change in the style of communication, the ways of communicating. So nothing wrong with that. I think this definitely coming from a situation of deceit or wrongdoings, and actually going through forgiving and wanting to have this happily ever after with this relationship. That says a lot about you and the other party, that you guys are willing to work with one another. You're willing to keep this connection and make this bond a lot stronger. and every relationship is going to have ups and downs, and it's just understanding one another and communicating with one another to really understand what happened, why, where it went wrong, and how can we fix this, and really staying with that energy, and being with that energy, and then kind of working with that energy and transmuting it to something else and making the situation stronger is only going to help the relationship. But like I said, what needs to be worked on right now is just a little bit more communication, a little bit more acting on the way that you're feeling, like not holding back anymore, and then really understanding and working towards that goal that you have. Okay. All right. So now we're going to pull a card from the Primordial Tarot. And as I said, that this deck is not RWS style. The cards have a different meaning. Even the quartz are a little bit different. It's still the same, I guess, skeleton, you could say. We have the same amount of major arcana, same amount of minor arcana. We have a court, and then there's 4 in the quartz. But the titles are different, and most of the meanings are different as well. Though most of the major arcana have the same overall concepts, and it does seem like there is the same elemental relationship. So we have like the vessels, I think is what it is. Oh no, it's actually the soul, blood. Those are the suits: the soul, blood, jewel, and nature. So they're kind of relatable, right? My little thing is just slipping off. Usually it's my right shoulder that slips off. All right, last shuffle. Let's see what we have for you. I don't do reversals for this. Okay, so this is 8 of nature. And each one of these cards, each one of these numerical values has the same title. Like all of the 4s are bones, all of the 6s are rights, and all of the 8s are spirit. So let's see. The divinatory meaning is taking time, moving slowly, and reserving judgment. Everything that exists, whether animate or inanimate, has within it a living spirit. Those spirits have wisdom that they are willing to share if we are willing to listen. For the inhabitants of the Primordial Tarot, conversing with these spirits is a part of everyday life, and even more so for the tribal shamans. The special wisdom of trees is an understanding the special wisdom of trees is an understanding the importance of time, specifically long periods of time. Trees often live so much longer than people that they see how the results of events can take years to play out. Because of this, they are less inclined to judge things as good or bad based on initial perceptions. They are not in a hurry, but patiently observe. And so again, taking time, moving slowly, and reserving judgment. And so yes, I do feel that that this situation here, it is going to take time to fully get to where you want to be. But the important thing is that you have this ideal, you have this goal that you're working towards. But now it's time to move to this next step. You've forgiven, you've decided to stay with this relationship and make it stronger. But now it's time to make change in other ways, in which showing your vulnerability and expressing yourself, allowing your emotions allowing you to act on your emotions, okay, and not holding back. So patience, right? Patience, and that's what it is. Time is patience, and everything takes time. And we've got to be patient to allow things to grow, and allow things to shift, and allow things to change. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you know of anyone that can benefit from this reading, please share. That would be awesome. So I will see you next reading. Take care.